thank you very much for stopping by. It's been a long couple of weeks, which is why I haven't had a video in a little while. It's definitely been a long day, and it's definitely time for a brew interview. I'm sorry if I sound a little stuffy, a little scratchy. I've been sick for the last week, so just starting to get over it. And there's nothing I wanted to do more tonight than just kick back, throw on a movie, and have a beer. So I pillaged the fridge. I actually had a beer left. I've had this in there since before my birthday, actually, or on my birthday. So it's been over a month now. And it was time definitely to crack it open. And it's actually a good night for it. The beer is called Storm Chaser. It's another Brew. I know I've done 3 in a row now. I gotta switch it up next time. But this was in my fridge and I didn't have a chance to go to the liquor commission. So I'll read the can here. It's a vanilla oatmeal stout. As bracing as a winter gale, expect a flurry of vanilla, warm hints of roasted coffee, and velvety chocolate. This smooth, cozy, easy drinking stout is brewed with the holidays in mind, no matter what time of year. So the last time I had one of these was over a month ago, but I have had one of these. Again, this is Brew, and this is one of their specialty brews, so you can only get this at the brewery or at specialty liquor stores in Nova Scotia. You can't get it at the NSLC. You'd have to go to like a private liquor store or something like that, which are very few and far between around here. And I'm actually queuing up Amazon Prime right now. I actually haven't picked the movie yet. But anyway, when I first conceived of doing these videos, I kind of thought, I'll try to pair the movies up with the beers, kind of thing. I had some ideas in mind. I actually came up with I made a list at one point, and I haven't done anything on that list at this point. But anyway, when I saw Storm Chaser was in the fridge, I thought, well, I should watch a stormy related movie kind of thing. And so I went and I looked at my DVD shelf, and I had like Twister, Storm of the Century, which was a TV movie. It's like, I don't know, it's got to be like, it was a couple of nights, you know what I mean, on TV. It's got to at least be 3 hours, I would imagine. So I wasn't watching that. I wasn't feeling Twister. I didn't really have anything else. Maybe The Fog. You could kind of argue The Fog maybe. So I don't know what movie I don't have a movie that's like stormy, unfortunately, to go with this one. It is stormy out. It's been a stormy day here. Pretty bad drive home today. So it's like wet, sticky snow. It's like sticking to everything. And it's really heavy, so it's pretty nasty out there. But so the beer matches the day, but I don't have a movie to match it. So I'm kind of feeling like just some schlocky action movie or something like that. So I'm gonna kick up Amazon Prime Video here or Netflix or something like that, and I'm gonna pick a movie right now. And after I pour this beer, I'll pick the movie, and I'll let you guys know what it is. So yeah, let's crack this open. I also got a stand here finally, so I don't have to hold the bloody phone the whole time. So crack this open. Pour some of it actually, I guess, on camera. I never did this before, but there it is. I'm a big lover of stouts. I have no idea how to properly pour beer, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've watched a few videos on it. I've never seemed to get it right. I watched one video with this guy one time, and he had bottles of beer, and he was just ripping them out. Like, he was pouring them so, he was getting a perfect head every time, but he was pouring them he was almost like just dumping them. And he was saying like it's good to get the effervescence out, to get the kind of some of the gas out of it, which I understand for a variety of reasons. You're not drinking the gas and getting gassy, and it opens up some of the flavor and stuff like that. I've never been able to make it work, so I have no idea if that's a good head or not for a stout. I've done better with other beers, but there you have it. I poured the beer. So like I said, I'll pick a movie here, and I'll come back and we'll taste this beer and get the movie started. So I'll be right back. So I think I picked my movie. Didn't take me very long. I'll be honest. They had a couple of suggestions on Amazon Prime Video when I opened it up. So I'm thinking I'm gonna watch Silent Trigger, 1996 action flick starring Dolph Lundgren. I'll read the synopsis here. Dolph Lundgren from Universal Soldier is back and ready for action as a former Special Forces commando, now working as a highly trained, heavily armed assassin for a covert government organization known only as the Agency. But when a top-secret mission goes horribly wrong, Waxman and his beautiful but lethal accomplice suddenly find out that they are the Agency's prime targets. Directed by Russell Mulcahy? I don't know how to pronounce that. Mulcahy. starring Dolph Lundgren and Gina Bellman. Don't know that name either. But 1996 looks like kind of like a B tier action movie. I'm certain I've seen this movie, or at least seen the covers to it in the video rental store 100 times. So if I haven't watched it, this is the perfect time to watch it. It's got a great runtime, 93 minutes, perfect. I'm just want to watch something and get to bed. But there's a bunch of like like old like B tier, action movies on here. I'm surprised. Like I'm seeing a bunch of stuff on the bottom here. Route 666 with LDP, Blue Diamond Phillips for the uneducated. LDP is the man. Supreme Sanction looks like with Michael Madsen. Recoil. There's a bunch of stuff on here. Yeah, Gary Daniels, Recoil. Like I've seen these covers at the rental store 100 times. Drop Zone. That's A class for me. Drop Zone that is choice. Penny, you're gonna really ruin my video right now. Get over here. So yeah, I think I'm gonna watch Silent Trigger. I think with Dolph Lundgren. So that'd be perfect. So yeah, let's taste this beer, and yeah, I know I like it, but we'll do it right. Oh yeah, that's nice. You can definitely, it's definitely like a sweet. That's what I like about stouts. I don't drink them all the time. It's not even about heaviness because they are typically heavier. Like I find Guinness like a really heavy beer. I don't, you can have like one or two of them, but they sit so heavily. This one's a little bit more effervescent or bubbly, carbonated, I guess is the word, than most of the ones I've had, which I kind of like. Kind of like it. It's nice, nice bubbly finish, very sweet. Like they said on the can, I catch the vanilla, a little less the chocolate, but like it's there. But it's just a nice sweet, you know, easy drinking stout, I guess is the way to put it, which is usually not the case with stouts. Typically, like I said, they're very, very heavy, very foamy, and they sit pretty heavily. But I did have one of these before, and I did not find it very heavy after I had it. So I'm looking forward to sit back and enjoying this beer, and I'm going to watch Silent Trigger. And when I get back, I'll let you guys know what I think about that. So we'll be back momentarily. Well, for you. I'll be back in 93 minutes. So I'll talk to you in a second. What's up, guys? Back again. Just finished off Silent Trigger. It was exactly what I expected. I enjoyed it, but it's a pretty cheesy B-movie action affair. The kind of stuff that would go direct to video in the mid-90s, and you'd see them on the shelf at the video store, and you'd probably pass them over to go instead get like a Stallone flick or an Arnold flick or something like that instead. But I've never watched it before. I kind of thought I did because I can remember seeing the cover so many times, but definitely never saw that movie before. The writing kind of didn't make sometimes. There's some pretty cheesy stuff in it, but there's some pretty cool action scenes and couple of decent action effects. There's also some cheesy like special effects and stuff like that. Like I said, it was definitely made on a shoestring budget. Not much of a cast in it. So it was all right. Like would I say run out and watch it? Probably not. You'd probably have to be really into action films and have some kind of affinity to like cheesy 90s flicks to get any kind of enjoyment out of it. But I kind of enjoyed it, and I haven't seen enough Dolph Lundgren movies. I was thinking about it, like I kind of seen like the main ones over time, but I missed all kinds of movies like this, I'm sure. So maybe I'll look up some more of them, see if there's any more of them on Amazon Prime here, and check out some more of them in the future. But I enjoyed it for what it was, but pretty cheesy stuff. So yeah, that's Silent Trigger. Again, the beer was the Storm Chaser, which was delicious. I enjoyed it very much. It's probably my second favorite Brew. I've mentioned before, Red Coat's probably my favorite. I really like Storm Chaser. It's probably my second favorite, so it's up there for sure. And like I said, if you're in Nova Scotia, definitely something to check out. If not, maybe just check out some stouts in your area. Look for something a little sweet like this, and you might get a kind of a beer that's like that. But anyway, that's everything, guys. I'm gonna head to bed. Hope you enjoyed watching, and I always hope to have another one of these soon. So yeah, we'll talk later. Cheers.